everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. This is Charmed Chatter episode number 3. I have so much to talk to you guys about today. I did make notes. I made notes. So, first and foremost, if you did not see my warning video yesterday, please do heed. I want to just reiterate. My friend's friend was hacked and lost 600 videos and 10,000 subscribers, and he or she was hacked through their email. Apparently they received an email stating it was from YouTube and that they needed to update the terms of service agreement. So of course they clicked into that and it wiped them out. Their whole YouTube channel gone. YouTube is, I believe, checking into that. So just be really aware. I would hate to see any of us lose our channels, which is a really good segue into, oh gosh, I didn't write her name down. Now she's Charlene's Crochet Corner 2. Madonna just talked about her again. She had been hacked and lost her channel, and now she's the same name but with a 2. I will try to link her video to the, one of her videos to the bottom so you can resubscribe to her. So that's the business I wanted to get it taken care of. And today is Monday the 6th. Okay, so now on to the notes, other notes. Stitchfest 2020. It's being hosted by Rosie from Nonna's, goodness gracious, I'm so excited I can't even think straight. Nonna's Crochet Corner? No, Crochet Lounge? Nonna's Crochet Lounge. Yeah, right? Am I right, Rosie? Oh my god. Anyway, she is doing Stitchfest 2020. I will link her last video where she talks about it in great detail. I'll link that below. Cross your fingers. I still don't have my laptop, so it's not as easy as it used to be. It's going to be a great time, I think. It is April 17th through 19th, or you can stay longer, obviously, or come earlier. But the festivities will be at those times. She has lots of things planned. Is looking for additional suggestions of what to do besides crochet. She is getting a conference room, and I think right now we're looking at about 30 of us being there, so how exciting is that? And families can go, husbands can go. Mine was going to go, now he's not going to go. But I do have I did get my room booked yesterday, and we went today and turned in our paperwork for our passports. So that should be here in no time. Cross your fingers. And so Stitchfest is way on its way. I'm so excited about that. Then let's see what's next on my list. Okay, I have a lot of crochet alongs a couple of crochet alongs that I'm doing that I had to put off to the side. I'm making also one of my whips is a sweater for my granddaughter, Chloe. She's my guinea pig sweater. And I had to put those aside because we have a friend that has been very, very ill for quite a while. He just got out of the hospital about 2 weeks ago after being there for 7 months. He's been very sick. But he's home now, and he can't take care of himself. He's on the road to recovery. I mean, he's home, so that's great news. But they're, you can imagine. And he's young. He's only like 59. So, anyway, they are doing a fundraiser, which I knew they were doing, but I did not know that they're doing, raffles, like a Chinese auction kind of thing, put in your ticket, buy tickets, put them in for so I volunteered to make a blanket. And so I'm just going to hold up a part of it. I made this blanket. This is like a quarter of it. I did lay it on the floor and measure it. I took pictures, but again, I'm only on my phone and I really am not good at the whole editing thing. But it measures like 60 by 50. And I used, this is, oh, stay. I have so much stuff around here right now. I used 19 skeins. I had 20. This one won't make it around with what I have left to do even like a border, probably, unless it was a single crochet. I used Lion brand Hometown USA in these two colors. You can probably see the colors better than you could in the blanket. Oh, yarn fuzz. Excuse me. This is El Paso Autumn. I used, this is the end of the 10th one of this, but these are only 64, you know, in the variegated, they're only 64 yards to a skein, but that's the end of the 10th one, and this is the end of the 9th one of Billings Chocolate for the chocolate brown. Now these had, and it's 100% acrylic, I believe. These had 81 yards. So I calculated it out. It's around 1,300 yards of yarn in this particular project. It is so cozy. Oh my goodness. And Liz had said, from Left is Right, no, Leave It to Lefty. I always want to get those two confused on the names. But Liz from Lefty. Liz is a lefty. Gosh, no, that just, I was there a second ago. I had it, not Left is Right, but the other lefty. You guys can't have same channel names. It's so confusing. Anyway, Liz is in Arizona, and we were chatting, and she said that I should use, maybe not make it so big, because, but really, if it's it's an Afghan, you know, I made it so like for over the back of your couch. When I had made, when it was smaller, it just wasn't, it wouldn't have been enough for 2 blankets, and it, anyway, whole nother story, but it's beautiful, and I hope they really like it. But the yarn is very soft and slippery, and you know, so you add a color and you leave the long tail and like crochet over. Well, I did that, but it kept falling out. So then I wheeled back and forth, and it keeps falling out. So I'm like, oh goodness, I hope the thing doesn't fall apart for people. But I've been moving it around, and every time I move it around, like another tail comes out, and so I like weave it in better. I like change it, you know, I wasn't just crocheting over it. So then I started weaving in as well, and so you know, as you crochet, you're like, oh god, there's another tail, there's another tail. I put those in once. So cross your fingers, good thing I tied knots too. So that is my blanket. It took press, but it works up so fast, that yarn, and it's so soft. I love this yarn. It's a 6-weight yarn, and it's I mean, it's 100% acrylic, so it's easy care, but it's soft and squishy, and you just want to cuddle up in that blanket. I made a lot of the scarves that I made over Christmas. I made with that yarn. Not these colors, obviously. And it's just such a nice yarn. For a thicker yarn, that would be my go-to for sure. I haven't seen anything that I like better. I've seen stuff that I don't like as well. Of course, I haven't met a yarn that I don't like in general. But as far as using up my yarn stash, so now I can buy more yarn. I used up a lot making this blanket. Emptied a whole cubby hole. Not that I really care about that, but that keeps me on track for, like, now I can buy more yarn, and I did get more yarn in the mail, which I'll show you, but I ordered that yarn before the 1st, so it doesn't count towards my using up my yarn before I buy more yarn. So let's see, the next thing I want to talk about is I decided to do the 50 squares, 50 stitches, 50 weeks, at, Granny Square, and I'll see if I can't link that. I got a lot of linking to do here, guys. But she said you should probably do 4 colors was her suggestion. And I can't remember who her is. Not, no offense, but I didn't even know about this channel. And so I definitely will link it. I was not subscribed, and I'm subscribed to a lot of stations. Not as many as like Madonna, who said yesterday, I think she said she's like subscribed to like 1,000 channels. I'm subscribed to like 350, I think. And you can't keep up with all of those channels, but this channel, I was not even subscribed to her. And so I obviously subscribed, and there's a Facebook group page, and I can't remember. I think she's from the UK. But I didn't write it. I wrote down the name of the pattern because I couldn't remember that so well. Either it was getting too many 50s for what they were for, but I believe it starts with the squares, then the stitches, 50 squares, 50 stitches, or 50 stitches, 50 squares. Anyway, enough of that babbling. So I want to show you the yarns. I have not taken the time to make the first square. The first square came out on the 3rd, I think. The day that I started this blanket. The donation blanket I started on Thursday night. That's when I found out that they were doing donations for the raffles. And I asked if they would like me to make one. I mean, if they didn't want that kind of a project, that kind of a donation, I wouldn't have made one, but they were glad to have that. So I started it Thursday evening, worked on it then Friday evening, and yesterday. I finished it last night. I had a lot of time to work on it yesterday, but it's a good sized blanket, and I thought I did pretty good on it. So for this blanket, I have the yarns picked out, and I want to show them to you. Now these are Dreamweaver yarns. Dreamweaver is, the ones I get from that discount store, but she's thought maybe 4 colors, so I picked out this gray, and these, I think it's a soft yarn. I'm gonna say it's maybe a light 4 or a 3 weight. Like, it's probably a light 4. And then I picked out the navy blue, and as the trim, I'm gonna go with white. Now this yarn is Lion Brand Pound of Love, I do believe, but I have a whole bunch of that. And then this is the piece de resistance. I totally was so thrilled to decide to put this one, and this is what made me decide to. This was the first choice, and then I picked these other colors to go with it. But here you go. Are you ready? Look at that coral. Is that not gorgeous? So the coral, the navy, the gray, and then I thought I would trim it with the white. So what do you guys think? I mean, I'm doing it, so, but I just would really kind of like your opinion. This is what I really want your opinion on. The first square, and it's a crochet, add them together as you go. And the first square is a solid color with a different color border. Now, my original thought in this, without knowing if it was a crochet as you add them together as you go. I know there's a better term for it than that, but I can't think of what it is right now. I thought I really want the colors, but I need the white as the, like, give it a pop, So I'm thinking that I want to do just basically these colors and trim them in white. All the white will be trim, and all the connecting, sewing together part will be white. And I want the very center square, but this is there's 50 squares. Is there going to be one center square? That I don't know. Maybe there would. God, I didn't really even think about that. There has to be one center square, right? Because I was thinking the center square would be white, and then just the trim and the connecting would be like, bring it all towards the center. I don't know, does that make sense? Anyway, I would like feedback on that. If it's a 50 square, I don't have enough experience with granny squares to know, if you're making 50 squares, is there a center? Like if it was 25, it would be 5 by 5. You would definitely have to have one center square, like a bingo grid. If it's 50, where do you go? You don't go 5 by 10. How do you do? Is there a center square? Does anybody know if there's a? Let me know if you know if there's a center square, and if there is, then I can do that. If there's not, rethink. And I thought I would do all the 4 corners in the navy blue color, if that's possible, because I don't know how the squares are going to come out. It's a different stitch every square, but I was thinking the 4 corners fall apart. I would do in the navy blue color, because like you grab by the squares and it's the darkest color, and so if they get a little dirtier, but maybe that really doesn't even matter. So I gotta stick these back. They're living in a project bag already. This is a bag. I'll show it to you. I mean, it's just a bag I picked up when we were on vacation one time. We go on vacation and I forget to bring like a bag to carry stuff around in. And you go souvenir shopping or sightseeing, and like I don't want to carry my purse, but I need my, you know, essentials. You need ID and a credit card, and so I put a small wallet. Well, I don't want to, and then you have a bottle of water, you have binoculars, and as you're going, you're picking up, you know, a present here or a, you know, thing there. And so over the course of a few years of travel together, my husband and I have learned that we need a bag when we go out. We're going to go sightseeing, we're going to pick up stuff along the way. We just are. Even if we end up, you know, we're going to go bird watching, we end up needing a bag to carry stuff. So and I never remember to bring it when we, on the way. I'm like never, so we always end up buying bags everywhere we go. And I got this one in, I think, Tennessee. So then they become project bags. So this is the project bag that my 50-50 is going to live in to start with. And I have more yarns, but I'm not going to keep them in. Those are just going to be the ones I'm going to be working with to begin with. And the other ones are in a cubicle all to themselves. So I think I really like those colors, and I'm really happy about that. Now, I don't know if anybody watched Crystal's last 2 videos. She did a yarn haul video. I think it's the Michaels yarn haul video that she ordered, and then she used the yarn. She got some essentials, Red Heart essentials, and she made a cat bed out of it. And it's that big thick yarn. And I remember, I always keep saying that I think my Dreamweaver yarn is Red Heart. You probably might remember, if you have followed my station for any time, that I bought these yarns. I have them in several different colors. And these are Dreamweaver. Is that upside down or backwards? Whatever. Look at this yarn. This is, when I saw her unbox that essential yarn, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have those yarns. I have this, I don't know how many skeins of it I have back there. I didn't count the skeins. And she pulled it out and she said, wow, this is really big yarn. She has made a poncho out of this, she said one time. I think it says gray right here that she made this poncho out of. She said you do fingers or a really, really big hook, like 25 millimeters. So I bought this 35 millimeter hook. 25 millimeter hook. Ah, yay, I did good. I thought I had bought that really big yarn. What am I going to do with it? 25 millimeter hook. She said she used 7 skeins to make the poncho. No, unless you add the fringe, because it has fringe on it, and then you need 8 skeins. Boy, I went over to her channel really quick, and I threw that in my whip bag playlist, because I have solids and I have variegateds, and I had decided at one point that I was going to make a rug and put it in the camper. It is really soft yarn though. So it would really make a good rug. I was thinking maybe a circle rug or make out of this granny's, but It's so fat. I'm making the poncho. I decided. I'm so excited about it. And I'm just going to go like solids to variegateds at the ends. I think that's what I'm going to do with it. I have blacks and tans, and one of the yarns, let me just grab it because I should have grabbed it out beforehand. One of the yarns has blacks and tans, and one of the yarns has tans and goes to other colors. Let me show you because they're right back here. I have a solid black, don't mind my rear end. I have a solid black, and then I have this that's got the grays and the blacks, and it has the tan in it, and then this goes to tans and browns. So I have all of those colors because I thought the yarn was really cool when I saw it at my Mark's store. So I'm like, oh, gotta buy that really cool yarn. Don't know what I'll do with it. Now I know what I'm going to do with it, and I'm very excited to do that. But I got to get caught up on my Cal's first, and Chloe's, and my other stuff. So, but I do want to get that done soon. She says it works up really fast. I imagine it's going to work up really quick like this, like my blanket today. So I will get caught up on my 2 Cals that I'm working on, and maybe I'll start it by the weekend. Because it would be it's really nice weather to wear a really warm Cal like that, poncho now. And I can't wait. Okay, so enough of that. Let's see, I talked about that. Let's see, we'll go to that in a minute. Back to like business. I've been thinking about doing Zoom, and I know Allie from Miss Allie Makes is talking about doing Zoom. And so I did do some checking into Zoom, and I did see that Rosie from Nonna's Stitching Lounge, that's it, Nonna's Stitching Lounge. I think it would come to me sooner or later. She checked into Zoom, and I think I know you can go into Zoom from your phone, and I know a lot of YouTubers do Zoom just, for chatting, and because you can crochet and chat at the same time. I will apologize. I do not go into people's lives very often, and if I do, I see that you're live, and I might buzz in and say hi to everybody and stay for 5 minutes. I am not good enough to crochet and read the screen, and then you got to stop to type. I can't. And a lot of the majority of the things that I crochet, I do via YouTube video. So I can't watch the video that I'm crocheting on and keep up with the chat room and crochet at the same time. I am not that multitaskingable any longer. I used to be able to multitask a lot better than I can now. And I don't know that I could have ever kept up with it. So I don't do a lot of lives because I can't crochet and be involved in a live at the same time. But I don't want to miss people's lives, and I feel bad about that. Zoom might be the option. You can zoom in and you can chat, and you physically talk to each other. You physically see each other on the video. And I found out that you can also then upload those videos to YouTube. So I miss your Zoom chat, but I want to know what's going on, and I can watch it later because you can upload it to YouTube. You just have to have the permission of the people in the room. I think if I was hosting it, I would announce to people, please enter, but I will be posting this to YouTube. So if you are uncomfortable with that, don't show your face or don't comment or, whatever. Because I think there's ways to do that as well. I don't know how many people you can see at one time. I haven't looked into it that in advance. There are things that you set up for your individual Zoom rooms, but you get like a phone number. And so that's your Zoom chat room all the time, is my understanding of that. I don't have my laptop back yet. I don't want to do that. I don't want to set it up on my phone because you don't see, when you, excuse me, when you open up a web page on your computer, you get to see a lot more stuff than what you get to see on your phone. And I just, because there's privacy things and stuff, I don't want to set that up on my phone. I want to set it up on a laptop, and mine's still on vacation. I am going to call her tomorrow. I was going to call her today, but she said after the holidays she would send it to me, the lady from the resort. So, you know, today's just the Monday after the holidays. So I figured, you know, and it's a resort. They're probably checking in, checking out, cleaning, you know. I'll get tomorrow. I'm calling her. I need my laptop back. So that's what I know about Zoom. And as soon as I do get my laptop back, I'm going to set up a Zoom chat, because I think that's the way to go. I just don't know how you keep track of people's phone numbers. And I know there are YouTubers out there that have like a list. Once I get a Zoom chat, I will include that in with like my email and all that information. And then maybe set up, you know, I guess you set up a time that, you know, 4 o'clock on Wednesdays, I'm going to be in a chat and come join me. I don't know how that works. And I was, when Dana was here from Wanderlust Crochet, she went into a Zoom, and so she showed me how it worked. And I'm like, that is so awesome. That is just really, really awesome, because you can literally crochet while you're chatting with everybody. And then if you run into, so it would be so great for teaching people to crochet, because you can see what I'm doing. Like, look, I'm here. What stitch do I go in? This one, or this one? You know, that would be just so fabulous. I'm so excited about being able to do that. And so as far as the never-ending flower shawl that a couple of us want to do, if we could do that together on a Zoom, I think that would be fabulous. That would just be for anybody that was having any trouble, because I've heard a couple of people have had trouble. I haven't started, so I'm a little nervous about that. Liz had a little trouble, but now she's doing it a second time, trying again, and she says it's a lot easier. She doesn't, you know, she must have just had a bad day. Enough of that. So I did get some happy mail today. I haven't been to my post office box in a few days, because I was just devoting all of my time and attention to getting this, getting that blanket made. I knew it would be fast, and I had a couple of weeks to get it done. I didn't have to like push myself to get it done in one weekend, but you never know. You know, today I was supposed to have nothing to do, and I sat down at 4:30, or I don't know. I think 4:30 is the first time I've been home and sat down to be able to make this video. And the thing that I really did have planned to do, I didn't get any of it done. So anyway, I have happy mail from Tara Lynn, and I think it's Duo, from Hamilton, New Jersey. I did not know this was coming. I do not know what is in here. And there is packing tape I can't seem to get into. Let's see if I got scissors over here. What kind of yarn room is this if there's no scissors? There we go. I just have my chair in front of the scissors. So, Tara Lynn, what did you do? I will see as soon as I get this open. I was so excited to see something in there. Oh my goodness, there's lots in here. Oh, there goes my phone again. Lots of stuff's in here. Oh my goodness. First off, let's look at the card. Oh, it says Merry Christmas. Let's see. So we have a little card. Oh goodness, lots to say. She has an Instagram account. She has a Chihuahua dog from the rescue. I will read all of this later. Thank you so very much. Nice long letter in there to me, and I will keep that private because it's a private letter. So let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, there's 2 of them. Somebody watches. Somebody pays attention. Look at these. Are they not so cute? They're puppy elephant stickers. Totally love them. Oh, my grandkids are going to want to steal these. Gotta hide them. Those are adorable. So cute. Thank you. We're going to put those right here for right now. Stay there. And look at that. Oh, what is this? Got it in a... Oh, it's a bag. Oh, look. She crocheted me a little bag. Look at the ribbon on it. It's got Christmas lights all on there. That's so adorable. So pretty. Oh, I gotta untie it. I don't want to untie it. The bow looks so nice. Because there's something in there. Another bag. Oh. Okay, so we got a little so these, oh my goodness, these say handmade with love. Look, she made me stitch markers. Santa Claus and a snowflake. Those are so, they're silver, so special. Oh, I love them. And oh, here's a couple more. Let's see. I'm gonna put them on. Take them. You won't see them if I can't take them out. Oh, Tara, thank you. Well, my fingers are not working on this so good. They're in a little tiny Ziploc bag. There we go. I couldn't get it apart. Oh, there's 3 of them. 3 of them in here. We have an ice skate. I know it's very shiny. Oh, there you go. You can probably see it now. I think there's Santa Claus in the... It's not an ice skate. No. It's a sleigh with presents. And a Christmas tree. Oops, that's the back side. Very pretty. And a little tassel. So cute. Thank you so very much. And then she's got more. She's got more. Oh, where'd my scissors go? I got popping bubbles. I could just pop bubbles. Those are always fun. Man, more tape. Hold on. These are not the sharpest scissors in the world. Oh, Tara. Look at, oh my goodness. Did you make this too? Look at them. All different colors. Oh my goodness, those are adorable. Now I definitely have to learn how to make the stitch markers. They are the sweetest. And wait, there's more. I'm going to kill myself with these scissors and this tape. Oh, look at him. He's so, her. Trunks up too. You know, that's good luck. Trunks up is good luck. You want trunks up facing the door. That one is fabulous. I need a little shelf to put my little elephant on. I don't have a... Oh, he's cute. I need, like, right here, a little corner shelf. Thank you so much, Tara. These are, Tara Lynn, these are fabulous. I totally love all of it. And the little bag you crocheted is gorgeous. I'm going to put these back so I don't lose anything. It's all going in the bag for right now so I don't lose anything. so precious. Thank you so very, very, very much. It is just, I'm just, thank you. I don't even have enough words. Me, no words. Can you believe that? I know, it's amazing, incredible. Look what you did to me. I'm babbling like a crazy person. Okay, not him. He has to live out on the desk. We're going to find a very nice spot for you. Now that I cleaned out a cubby hole, I should like empty a section so you guys, I can put stuff back there that'll show. Good idea, right? Except that's the closet part of the closet. Okay, last thing I have. Oh, real quick, I did buy more organizer. This little skinny one. And you can see it a little bit right here. More places to put finished projects. I don't know why, but I feel like I need to keep my finished yarn projects in my yarn room. It's like they belong in here, even, I don't know why I feel that way, I just do. Like it's clothing, it should be in my dresser drawer. No, I like it in here. So I did go, as I said, to Premier's website one day, and I did a little shopping before the end of the year. It arrived, I don't know, over the weekend, and I didn't open it because I was too busy. I was crocheting away. So I thought I would share with you. Now I opened the bag. And it came in a bag. Let me show you. They had some stuff squished in this bag, guys. They sent it to me in this bag. This is the first time I've ever gotten yarn from Premier in a bag. It's always come in a box. So I'm wondering, maybe it's just a lot cheaper to ship in a plastic bag, and I should get plastic bags for shipping it. Or maybe you have to be a big company to do that. I don't know. And I don't remember how much any of this cost. I think I got it, most of it was like a 40% off sale. Some of it was, just really cheap. Or all of it was on sale anyway. And they have this baby Primo baby or whatever it's called. And I have some yellow, and I wanted to get some more yellow, and I wanted to get blue and green. Or maybe just blue. But yellow for sure, and pink. And I thought I would make, I have an intention. I like, who is that? Donna from Sinclair. Donna Sinclair said she doesn't have goals, she has intentions. I have plans. I like the word intentions. It works out very well. And at some point, I wanted to just have a couple of baby blankets on hand for when people are having babies, and I just find out at the last minute, and I can just have a blanket ready. So I thought maybe I would do like some pink and yellow and white and blue and green and white, and just have blankets ready for whatever. Maybe just white and yellow. That way it could, and green, and it could be anybody's colors. So anyway, they only had 2 pink. They did not have the other colors. I have 2 yellow, so I bought 2 pink. And it's just called Baby Pink. And this is really a nice soft yarn. I love Premier yarns. This one is made in Turkey. It is 273 yards. It's 250 meters, 35 ounces, or 3.5 out of 35. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% acrylic anti-pilling fibers. And this is a 3-weight, machine washable and dryable. So that's really awesome, and it was on sale for a really nice price. I was really disappointed that I could not get more colors at the time that I was buying. They had more colors when I started putting stuff in my cart, and then it takes me sometimes a couple of days to decide what to buy, and that was it. It was down to just the pink, apparently. So then I got this yarn. I haven't really looked in here, so we're seeing what's in the next package. And you're going to get crinkling. And this is, I think this was like a hand-dyed. I wanted to try. I've never purchased this kind of yarn. It's, what is this? Okay, this is what it looks like. This is called Good Earth Cotton Linen Blend. It is not soft. This color is called Zephyr 0010 lot 1496. I don't know how much I spent on these because I don't remember. This is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 170 yards, 155 meters, 47% linen, 53% cotton, and it's a 4 weight. It's not soft. I thought the linen would make it soft, which is one of the reasons I bought it. So when I was buying this bunch of yarn, I was buying stuff that I had never had before that I wanted to try. I bought this in 3 different colors, which, look, they go so well together. Well, you can't see from that end. First, let me show you the colors. So we got this blue one that, what did I say it's called? Zephyr. Zephyr is the blue. I really did think this would be like thicker, and like more yardage. I mean, I know what the yardage, but I thought it would look like more yardage. This one is called Warmth. It's like a pink. It kind of looks tannish maybe on here, but it really is pink. And then I bought this orange color. That color is looking shinier than what the yarn actually looks, but this color is called Coral Beach. And again, as I said, I was thinking baby blankets, because I thought that would be a pretty color, like multicolored baby blanket. Now I'm thinking market bag, because it is not soft. I thought the linen would make it soft. I have like linen and cotton pants, and they are like the most comfortable, comfy pants you ever want to wear. Not so much this. I would not wear this. So they're pretty. I like them. As far as the color goes, it's not what I was expecting. It's not that they're not nice. I just wasn't expecting that. So let's see what we got next. Something soft. I bought a cloud. You guys, I bought a cloud. Look at this. This is that pixie dust that they just came out with. Whoa, isn't, oh, it's really blown out in this light, no matter where, oh, there we go. Oh, goodness, it is so soft and squishy. Oh, I saw Creative Grandma had it, and I actually had it in my cart and took it out of my cart, and then I saw her video, and I put it back, one skein back in my cart. I thought, I gotta try it, but it's not on sale, and so, I think I paid full price for this. Isn't it? Oh, I'm trying to get it where you can see the sparkle in it, but it's not showing up. When I get it close, it just blows it out. It's got a very nice sparkle throughout. So let me tell you about this yarn while you look at it. It is made in Turkey, because I know somebody cares. It is white, this color. Premier Pixie Dust, 427 yards, 391 meters, 6 ounces, 170 grams. It's 92.5% polyester, 7.5% metallic. It's a 4 weight. There's a lot of yardage on here for a 4 weight yarn. Oh my God, it is so soft. Oh man, you just want to squeeze it. You just want to, it's a pillow. I'm telling you, it's softer than my pillow. It truly is. I love this. Oh, if I had a sense of smell, I would definitely, I'm trying still, nothing's there. Can't smell. It feels soft enough, it should smell good. It should smell like lavender to put you to sleep on. I might trade out my pillow and just sleep on that skein of yarn. I love that. I will buy that. I gotta look for that to be on sale, because that is fabulous. Let's see what else I got. What did I buy? Okay, we have Allure. Have you guys ever bought Allure? I've never bought this before. I forgot that I bought it. Look at that. Oh, you can see there's like a metallic thread in there. It's not really metallic, but it's shiny. I wouldn't say that it's really a metallic. This yarn, it's got, okay, so each thread has a fuzzy and like a shiny and then a not shiny. So this has, see, the black is not shiny, the brown color is shiny, and then you got the fuzzy. So it definitely has a halo, but that's what makes up each strand. And each strand, oh, it's like almost chain woven maybe together. I know it's hard to tell. I can't tell. Okay, I have two of this color. I'll get out the other one and then I'll read one and you can look at one. Let's do that. So you can look and see if you see the sparkle and the prettiness. So it's 252 yards, 230 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 70% acrylic, 21 polyester, and 9% alpaca. And it's a 5 bulky. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. And it says use 6mm hooks or needles. And this color is called Dove. You know, it looks like the doves we get in the yard. It really does. And it is very soft. I think the pixie is softer, this pixie dust one. I could make a pillow out of this too, though. It's really nice. Okay, let's put these back in the bag so we don't mess them up. Because we don't like them messed up. Oh, goodness. Those are nice. And let's see what else we got. Oh, I got one in white. I forgot. I think I got more of this in there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it wants to blow out too if I get it too close. Look at that. Oh, that is nice. So obviously all same stats. This color name, well, I think, let's see, is it same yardage, 252? Because this one is like more of one color. Yeah, 252. Because this one, like, it's got the shiny part to it that's making it shine in there really well. I mean, that's not blowing it out, it's just that shiny. Well, it is blowing it out a little. This color is called Pearl. Yeah, I could see that. That's a good name for that. But there's like 3 things that make up this yarn. It's like a satiny look to it, I guess. The part that makes it shine. Like the blanky part of the soft, you know, when you used to get those blankets. I had one when I was a kid, and I just love that soft, silky edge. That's what the shiny part of this reminds me of. The soft, silky edge of a blanket from way back when. From my blankie when I was a baby. I had to suck my thumb, literally. Sorry, okay, I'm telling you. And rub the soft, silky edge. That was my thing when I was little. We have more. We have more. I think this is the last one in here. Oh, wait till you see this. Oh. Purple. Oh my. That is fabulous. And they saved the best for last. The bag is empty now. The purple was at the bottom. Oh my goodness. And it's called Plum. And it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh. Gosh, you could put those colors together and make something really pretty too. Or just individually, because they've got, oh goodness. Boy, I did good on these yarns, guys. These are pretty. Lots of times, you know, I order from places and I get the yarn and I'm like, oh goodness, what did I buy? I've learned, I did that a lot when I was like newer to crocheting. I've been crocheting about 3 years. Not even quite 3 years yet, I don't think. And when I started crocheting, and I learned, the first thing I learned about a dollar bin sale at Lion Brand. I bought a lot of yarn. Excuse me, a lot of yarn for somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. I spent $60 on yarn that day, I remember, and this box came and I was like, ah! And I bought all these yarns that I had no idea what I was getting, um, how you use it. It was inexpensive, and it would be so fun to get it in the mail. I was right. I and this blanket was a lot of that. This blanket is how I got that yarn for the blanket I made that I showed you earlier. Was in a dollar bin sale. I do like to shop dollar bins. Then we went to the Lion Brand store, and I bought yarn that way too. Again, I have a lot of yarn in my possession that I have never used anything. And so I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I would like using it again. And so, to decline that. Call you back later, Chloe. And so that's what a lot of my yarn room is. I mean, I bought these because I love the colors and they were on sale, but my original buy on those was probably mostly because I like the colors, but like if I can buy them inexpensive, I'll get to it one day. Well, then I started buying with like projects in mind, and I still have so many yarns, a lot of the yarn I have, as I use it, and I'm like trying to use new yarns that I've never seen before and experience them. Like I just went through a bunch of Hometown USA and the Thick and Quick woolly, not woolies, but it was Lion Brand Thick and Quick for those scarves. And I found that the ones with the wool, I don't really care to use those, and I'm not going to buy those anymore. But I would buy in a minute. I would buy the Hometown USA all day long. And so part of my like New Year's resolution to use what I have is just because I really need to know what yarns I like and not buy yarns just because it's a good price, which, I mean, I'm going to buy yarn that's a good price for sure. But it's good to know what I like and what I don't like. These yarns here, I'm probably not, I haven't used it, but now that I felt it, it's not what I thought it was going to be. I'm probably not going to buy those again. This yarn, I buy in a minute. The Pixie Dust and this yarn, I'll buy again in a minute. So, part of my resolution for this year is to, use up yarn that I have, but also as in my own intentions in my brain, if I use a yarn and find that I don't like using it, it doesn't mean that the yarn isn't good. It just means that I don't like it. For whatever reason, I'm going to like clear that yarn out of my stash and just do it as in giveaways. And so I don't want anyone to be offended if I say, I use this, I made this scarf, I didn't like the yarn, I'm giving it, I'm putting it in a giveaway. Don't be offended, because it's probably still really good yarn, just that I didn't like it. I'm now like 3 years into crocheting, and I'm finding that there's yarns that I just don't like to use. Not a whole lot right now, but more and more, like that woolies, not woolies, that's not the name of it, but it's the one with the wool in it. It made me cough a lot. So I don't want to use that. Not because I didn't like the yarn so much, but because I don't want to crochet with a mask over my face because the yarn makes me cough. And I don't think that I'm allergic to it. I just think it's more fibrous and fuzzy. And I like acrylic yarns. I'm finding that. And I know that I've ordered a lot of yarns that have fibers in, different fibers in them. I have alpaca. One of these was alpaca. And I'm like, oh, that's really inexpensive, and I want to order that because I've never bought alpaca yarn. I've never used bamboo yarn. And so I wanted to buy some of those so I could feel it and work with it. But then, the same with the wool. I bought those wool yarns, and now I've determined, I bought those wool yarns mostly without ever having any knowledge at all that there's even a fiber difference. A wool yarn versus an acrylic yarn versus Red Saver or Red Heart Super Saver versus, any other kind of yarn. But the more experience that I have with yarns, I'm finding the more I'm developing a a niche or you know, something I don't want to work with yarns, which is going to be good for my shopping sprees. You know, don't buy that you don't like it. Buy that you love it. Um, but part of what I want to do this year as I'm making things is go through some of the yarns that I have a lot or even any of, and determine I don't want to ever use that yarn again, or I really love that yarn and I want to make a bunch of stuff out of it. And like, so de-stash in that manner, but at the same time, I kind of like, when I feel guilty, like, oh, I didn't really care for this yarn, so giving it away kind of feels like I'm giving away like something that's bad, you know what I mean? So I don't want to feel that way, because all the yarn is good. Yarn doesn't go bad, right? Yarn doesn't go bad. I have some Stitch Studio, and I love Stitch Studio yarns, and I'm really sad that they're going away. Chateau yarn. I've made 3 blankets out of Stitch Studio Chateau yarn. I do not like Stitch Studio Chateau yarn. I don't like working with it, particularly the dark colors. The lighter colors are easier. The darker colors I have a hard time working with. It makes me not want to ever buy Bernat blanket yarn, because it's the same. I have some right here. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the Stitch Studio Classic. And I have it in a bin of, I don't ever want to use this yarn. So if I put this in a giveaway, is it like, oh God, that's nasty yarn, she didn't want it? Or are you saying, yay, I'll take what you didn't like. Just that I didn't like it. It doesn't mean that it's not good. Do you know what I'm saying? So give me some feedback on that if you're still here, because this is an hour-long video. I have never made an hour-long video in my life, and I really feel bad about this. But anyway, if you're still here, God love you. And I really would like some feedback on this. I have more of this yarn because Chloe picks them out for a blanket. She wants another blanket. And it's in white and it's in yellow. And I promised her I would make her a blanket out of that, and I will. This particular yarn right here, I'm either going to throw in a giveaway at some point, or I'm going to make water balloon bombs for next summer. And it's not that it's not good yarn. It's nice yarn. It's soft. It's squishy. It's very cuddly. You could make a pillow out of it. It's not as good as that pixie dust. I like the pixie dust better, but it's darn good yarn. And yarn don't go bad. So it's not bad yarn, for sure. I don't like working with these dark colors with this yarn because I can't see them well enough. It's too fuzzy. I feel like it's hard to pull. It's lighter. The light colors are easier. I mean, it's Stitch Studio. You can't get it anymore, you know, or not very much of it anymore anyway. But that's probably going to be a dilemma that I'm going to come up with as I start to use a lot of these yarns, because I have a lot of yarns that I've never tried, and as part of my goals or intentions for this coming up year is to use for my stash. So I'm going to start using these yarns and determine if, you know, really narrow down my niche of what I like and what I want to continue to have in my stash and what I don't. Which was part of the actual reason of buying the yarns that I just bought, because these look so fabulous. And they're not the cheaper yarns. You know, like my Mark store, my Dreamweaver yarns are really inexpensive, but they're nice yarns. I mean, you can get some really nice yarn. I know it's all Red Heart. Every time I experience a new one, I'm like, yep, that's the Red Heart this, that's the Red Heart that. I sent some to Madonna just because I couldn't figure out what one of the yarns was, and I totally love the yarn. And she determined what she thought the yarn was, and it's the yarn that I made my reader blanket out, my reader shawl out of. It's soft. It's like a 5-weight. I'm going to say that's a 5-weight yarn. So it's could be this Hometown USA is like a thick version of it. It's a 6-weight, but yet Karen Simply Soft, same kind of yarn, but a 4-weight. But the reader blanket yarn, the Dreamweaver, does not split like the Karen Simply Soft does. At least I didn't really have any trouble with it splitting too much. And I totally love that yarn, and I would buy that all the time. And Madonna came up with a name for it, which I didn't write down, but I did save it. So it's a red heart yarn. She says, oh, this is definitely red heart. She had some in her stash. And I'm like, Essentials Soft or something? Not Essentials. That's this furry, big fat stuff over here. Again, this is the same daggone yarn that Crystal just made that bedding out of. I mean, how many yarns are like that you would mix it up with something else? The sachet yarns. So I don't have a problem buying the Dreamweaver yarn, even though it's relabeled. I know that it's all Red Heart yarns, and I know that I like those yarns that I've been buying. They do have the solid colors a little bit. You know, well, you never know what you're going to get with them. And those yarns are not as soft like the original Super Saver, but they still serve their purpose, you know. So anyway, I would like to know in the comments below, is that like cheesy if I give away yarns that I didn't care for? Or do I donate them to Goodwill? I mean, I really will need to know that in the future, because there's probably a lot of yarn in here that I might not care for too much for whatever reason. I don't like the way it works up. I don't like the way it feels in my hands. Ice yarn, the Magic Glitz. I did do my 2020 Magic Glitz or Ice Yarns Challenge. I have made something from that yarn, that skein of yarn that I had. I did find another skein of yarn, and when I picked that skein of yarn up, that Magic Glitz, I did not like the way it feels in my hands. I'm like, I don't know why everybody raves about this yarn. I don't even like the way it feels in the cake. But then when I worked with it, I really liked it a lot. And I would buy it again. But up until I worked with it, I thought, I will never use this yarn again. I'll never buy this yarn. And I couldn't understand why everybody liked it. But I worked it up, and I liked it a lot better once I worked it up. And I would buy it. I would buy it. This yarn, I would not buy in these colors again if they still sold it. And it really makes me not want to buy Bernat Blanket, because at least not in a dark color, because now I've worked with it and I know how it works. And I did use Bernat Blanket in a gray, dark gray, to make some bombs, water balloon bomb things. And it was a little tough to pull too, like this feels like to me. It's like you got to tug, and I don't like work. I would rather use a yarn that glides than a yarn that I have to tug, and I have to tug with this. And that's what some people said will be the case when I make this, is that it doesn't glide. It's too thick. It's hard to work with. But you can use that yarn with your hands and not even use a crochet hook. So I'm going to try the crochet hook because I have that Mama Java huge one, but I'll probably end up doing that with my hands. But I'm very excited to make that poncho. And then I don't have a lot. I mean, I have enough yarn of that to make the poncho, I think. And then the rest, if there's any leftover skeins, that might go in the giveaway, or in a giveaway. If you guys think that that's not cheesy, because I don't want to be cheesy. But what do you do with yarn that you don't really care for anyway? You know? I don't know. So, I have been rambling on and on. Now we're over an hour. So God bless you if you're still here. I appreciate it. If you liked this video, subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that stuff. Thanks for sticking around all this time. Thanks for sticking around at all. And this is what happens when I don't do a video for 2 days. Crazy. I really don't like to do videos that go over like 20. I really do like to stay under a half an hour, 20-25 minutes. So too much gabbing. So I'm going to, as Linda says, I'm going to push the button. Have a great day. See you in probably 2 days. Probably, hopefully. Maybe I'll learn to zip it a little. Good night. Bye.